Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing good and having a good day. Welcome class 4 in your class and today's lesson. We will be doing unit number 12, communicating. You can open page number 81 and then no, there is no page number 81 in your books. You can open page number 82 so that we can firstly have an introduction of what communicating is basically, what communication is, and then we will move forward towards the main highlighted aspects of communication and communicating, and then we will underline some specific words for the case of vocabulary and dictation. Okay, communication is exchange of ideas, thoughts, okay, so communication, we get to know here exchange of ideas, thoughts, expressions, feelings, emotions, dialogues, or any kind of a conversation in between a group of people, in between two people. At least the people should be more than two people. While you are talking on the phone, while you are talking to a class, while you are addressing a conference, you can say this whole thing, this whole process is a part of communication. You can say that everyone that is talking in between, you talk to someone else and you are discussing something, you are saying hi hello to somebody, you are saying bye to somebody, and you are saying meeting somebody in tomorrow in the morning, and if you're saying good night to somebody else, you're talking on the phone, you're chatting on the phone, and you're discussing something. All this is a part of communication. So basically you can say when you talk to anybody else, this is communication. When dialogues are exchanged, when ideas are exchanged, when thoughts are exchanged, when expressions and feelings and emotions are exchanged, all this thing becomes communication. Basically, your chapter is named as communicating. That is why I have written down the word communicating here. But we are talking about the communication. This word communicating comes from the word communication. Okay. So what we have read yet is that communication is the exchange of ideas, thoughts, expressions and dialogues, kind of feelings, emotions and anything else associated to human behavior, human mind, human conversation method is basically communicating. You can see some examples written on the board. You can see they are in the clouds as hello, hi, assalamu alaikum, how are you, I am fine, thank you, bye, Allah Hafiz. All these things are part of that communication thing. Means if two people are talking, they are exchanging their feelings, they are saying hi hello, they are saying assalamu alaikum, Allah Hafiz to each other, they are saying bye, and anything else that is associated to it is a part of your communication, your conversation, your daily catch up, and weekly catch up, monthly, whatever I hope so that you all are done with the definition of communicating. Now we will be discussing what is mentioned in your chapter and all the things that are associated to it. Okay, let's have a look at that factor and that point. Okay, so everyone, this is your chapter number 12, communicating. That is basically the main chapter and there is no aspect of reading here, but we can see what is the part of your chapter. You can see the word speaking on the top of page number 82. Means people send each other messages in different ways. That is also a part of communication. You can see the mobile that is being drawn or printed on the side of the page, and it is a part of that. People send each other messages in different ways. Means they can write letters, they can write chats, they can throw, as you do in your homework, in your class, while teacher is teaching you and you are writing notes on each other's notebooks and sending chats to each other. So that is also a part of communication. For your kind information, how many different ways can you think of? So can you tell me in how many different ways people can send each other a kind of something that is basically necessary for the part of communication? Any one of you? Okay, so yeah, with the help of talking, with the help of communicating, with the help of mobile phones, on calls, on with the help of emails, with the help of text messages, with the help of voice messages, with the help of video messages, and with the help of video recordings and anything else, and with the help of letters, with the help of posts, with the help of graphs, any kind of a thing. In this way, people can send each other some different messages. I have told you what communication is and what are the basic strategies that are required for the communication. Okay, so I will also make it clear to all of you that there are ways written here. So most of you with the it's a blessing of Allah Ta'ala that most of us, the students or the people around us, cannot talk. They they make kind of symbols and they draw different kind of a signs to make us understand their conversation or to make understand what they are saying. And this is also a part of communication. Means if they can't speak, they can make hand expressions, they can make out some sounds. If they have the ability to make out sounds, they will make out definitely the sounds for you to make you understand what they are saying, what they want, what is the purpose of their communication. So it is also a type of communication. And what is that type of communication called? That type of communication called non-verbal communications. Verbal is that there are two types basically of communication. I'm explaining you the ways in which communication can happen. Okay, so there are basically two types of communication as we were just discussing. Okay, I will explain this on the board. We'll raise some kind of a clouds, although they're very pretty, but I have to. Okay. Okay, so I've just told you that there are two basic types of communication. The first one is types. The first one is verbal. Second one is non-verbal. Okay, verbal kind of communication is being done when you talk. Okay, when you talk while using your tongue, when you talk while using your voice. And non-verbal kind of a communication is being done with the help of signs and movements. You can see if I am talking to you. This is your lesson. This is a lesson going on. You are sitting in front of me. I am addressing all of you. I am talking because my mouth is, I am talking. You can see my voice. But this is considered as a verbal. Okay, we are talking. We are exchanging our differences. We are exchanging our thoughts. We are exchanging our ideas. I am saying you hi, hello, or anything associated to it. Means I am talking. That is the part of the verbal communication. What is it? Verbal communication. And then we have another type, that is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication contains signs. It is helpful for those people who cannot speak. They make signs. Means if as you make signs, means if a person is cannot speak, he says, and he is in need of water, he will say this kind of for the sake of water, he needs water. And if he needs some pen, he will say this. And if he needs some notebook, he will say kind of this. Any kind of a sign, any kind of a symbol they make in order to make their concept understandable, in order to make you understand what they want, is the part of that sign and the movement. Okay, also the movement is also the part of verbal communication. You can see my hands moving while talking. This is a part of your body language. This is a part of your verbal communication. And just if the student is talking in the class, I will say this. I'm raising my hand just to make, and I'm also raising my finger just to make you abandon, just to warn you. Just don't do this. Just focus on the board and focus on the lecture and the lesson that is going on in your class. But if I'm talking to somebody else and he is interrupting in between, I would say this with my eyes. The kind of eye movement that is also a part of your movement. So any kind of a body movement, any kind of a eye movement, any kind of a gesture that you show, and in the part of the movement or the signs that you are indulged or involved in. So these are basically the kinds of verbal and non-verbal communication are the kinds of communication. Okay, I hope so you all are clear with this aspect, and these are also the two ways of communication. Okay, so we have discussed the two other ways, that is basically the two basic ways, general ways, verbal communication and non-verbal communication. There are different aspects of verbal and non-verbal communication that I have mentioned, and I have told you that what can be the aspects. You all might be aware of those other aspects that can be the part of your communication, or the ways that can help you in communicating to each other. Next we have reading. Speaking is that in your reading section, scan the messages on this page, and next which are handwritten, which are electronic. Okay, so this is not basically for you to learn, but I'm just making you understand that there are different kinds of text also. That is also basically the part of your reading. You can see these two are this one. Hey Javed, do you want to come to my house tomorrow? Taha. Because this is the kind of language, the very informal language, the use of to. This is not to, to is to, and tomorrow, this is not the spelling of tomorrow, the to here is missing. And you can see this text also, 3 p.m. Okay, so both of them are handwritten, and these are the electronics. Yes, great. What time? See how precise they are. Okay, see you then. Okay, that's basically the use of verbal language here, and these are basically the tickers to make you understand what these can be a kind of communication too. You see that there are different chart boards and charts and different cardboards and flashcards that is being displayed in your classes by the teachers, and also they are displayed over the boards so that you can understand the purpose of communication. That is also a part of communication. That is also a part of sending messages. And so these stickers 1 2 3 4 here, and this mobile phone also mentioned here, are all of them are part of communication. That's why they are mentioned in your chapter. And you can see another notice board named as Tara's bedroom, no boys allowed. That means you, Sami. So that means she is someone's sister and Sami is her brother, and Sami teases her a lot. So that's why she has made a ticker, a kind of a notice, so that she can place it, or she can paste it on the door, outside of the door, and so that the Sami can read it. And it is very clearly mentioned, no boys allowed. There might be girl partying going on in the room, and there might be kind of a girl discussion going on in the room. That's why boys are not allowed. And you can see another label here, the kind of a label in the form of a calendar paper or a calendar chart. You can see Saturday, it's a kind of a notice board. Ring, grandmother, these are also the kind of communication. Ring grandmother means, you can see here, ring grandmother means she or he who is writing this notice is making for him or herself or for another person other than them. So it is just for the information, just to make them recall the tasks that they have to do. The first one we have is ring grandmother, means ring the grandmother. Second we have is do homework. You have to ring the grandmother, you need to do your homework. Find blue necklace, their blue necklace is missing, you have to find it. Make Mother's Day card. This is basically your kind of a diary that you notice. And diary is also kind of communication. You can say the diary talks to you. It's not talking to you in a kind of in a way of verbal communication. Diary doesn't have a mouth, and diary doesn't have a voice, so there is no kind of a speaking or communication while talking is possible. So that is basically that. And you can see the letter, this 4 ticker, the letter from, this is the email, okay, from tara@khanfamilypk.com, and the date is mentioned December 28, 2021, and the time 13:32. At this time this email is written, and the subject is school holidays. This is kind of an application that Tara is writing, and in the form of Gmail. And next we have is, hi Seema, we went to Dubai in the holidays. We stayed in grandma's house near the beach, and Miss Tara is telling Seema that they went to Dubai in holidays and they stayed in beach and grandma's house. It was great. How is London? It must be really cold. So that means you're getting the concept out of this, that Tara is in Dubai and Tara is in London and Seema is in Dubai, and she is telling her about that she was in Dubai and how was the weather, how they stayed there. And now she is asking Tara that how is London? It must be really cold. When are you coming back to Lahore? Love, Tara. Okay, so this is it for the tickers that is mentioned on your board, and you can see the question number 1 on page number 83. Look at the messages 1 to 4. Which message is? So look at the messages 1 to 4. So the first one is an order of instruction. Okay, these are the 1 2 3 4. Okay, up you have to have a look at it. Look at the messages. The message number 1, the first option you have is an order or instruction. Was that an order? Do you think so? It is an informal invitation. Okay, Javed is inviting Taha to his house, so that is an informal invitation. Mark this informal invitation. Next we have the question is informal invitation, because there's a very common language used here. There are no kind of responsibility taken for the spellings that they need to mention to, or like these things associated like that, and so that is it. Next we have is what complete words do each of these stands for in the text messages. So you can see what complete words, C stands for come, U stands for you, YOU, R stand for here is, where is the R? We have to look at it. I don't find the R anywhere. And we have this 2, this is for TO2, and you can see this tomorrow. Okay, R is basically ARE R with ARE, and the last we have is tomorrow, and it should be a TO with tomorrow. You can see the question number 3. Why don't the boys use complete words and sentences? These are the tickers. Okay, so why use? Because they can't spell, they want to be quick, they are running out of space, they are rude. So that's up to you. I don't think so that they are rude, they're running out of space, they have a lot of space. Means in this they are running out of the space, but they can mention 2 is not that big. They might be, they can't spell, and they just want to be quick. There are 2 options that can be the part of this, that they want to be quick and they can't spell. And 4 we have is, did Tara write messages 3 for herself or for her mother to read? Okay, so these are the message 3. Okay, so she is saying make Mother's Day card. Okay, she is asking ring grandmother, so there can be possibility that she is writing for herself, and if she is writing for herself, the mother is not doing her homework, so she is writing for herself. She has to find the necklace and she has to make a Mother's Day card for her mother, because if she is writing it to her mother, then why is she supposed to write a card to her? And we can see question number 5 here. Did Tara enjoy her holiday? Yes, Tara said, I have enjoyed my holiday very well. So, and how do you know that? Because Tara has mentioned here that you can see it was great, I have enjoyed it a lot. And how do the people send messages? So how do you people send messages? It's an activity for you. You have to write down these reasons, at least 5 reasons. This is your homework, this is your home task. You have to write how people around you send messages to you. You can say they send us text, they send us emails, they send us voice messages, or anything else. That is your task. You have to figure out how people send messages to you, with the help of letters, with the help of Gmails, with the help of anything else you think people send messages. Yes, you all have exchanged the numbers with each other, your phone numbers, you can call each other, you can go to each other's houses, and whatever the way you use to send each other messages. So this is the part of that. You can see email here. Let's do a quick also recap of that. This is the basically address part. This date is mentioned here. It is mostly looking like an example, an application. This is the greeting here. Tara is greeting dear Tara, and anything else. This is the body of the letter, and this is the closing. You can say this all is a part of the email. So this is how you send an email. They are telling you the way to do that. Okay, let's quickly highlight some words for the sake of vocabulary, so that you can learn them very well. First, you have to underline this word communication. Underline this word communication, communicating. I'm really sorry. Moving towards the word speaking. I am underlining it here for you so that you can underline them too. Next, we have the word here is reading, messages, ways, allowed. How many of them are? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one was communicating. You have to highlight this greeting, this address, and let's find some other words for you. You can say listening, and informal, invitation, and instruction. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are 12 words. Most of them are very easy: messages, ways, speaking, reading, listening. You all know that. You all are aware of the fact, and I'm just highlighting them again for you so that you can revise them or relearn them. So that's it for the today's task. That is the part of your vocabulary. You can learn them, and I will take kind of a mini test for the dictation purpose once you get back to school. And that's it for today. Take care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.